What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Monday morning so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm just going to talk about some of the first things I'd like to see coming into the Combine, the NFL Combine, which begins tomorrow, February 28th, and will last all the way until next Monday, March 6th. We're going to have every single positional group, all the players that are in the NFL draft, pretty much getting tested on their strength, their speed, their agility, all these different types of tests. And that's really where you get to see the early draft prospects start moving up and down the list in terms of where they might be placed coming into the NFL draft, which will happen on April 27th to April 29th. But first, some New York Giants news that dropped this morning. And this comes from Art Stapleton. The New York Giants are officially now might be looking for an assistant coach for the offensive line because, according to Art Stapleton, Giants assistant offensive line coach Tony Sparano Jr. has accepted the job as the offensive line coach of the Indianapolis Colts. So the Colts have already taken New York Giants running backs coach DeAndre Smith as part of their coaching staff. And now, Tony Sparano Jr., who was signed on with the New York Giants last year, is now part of the Indianapolis Colts team this year. And he pretty much worked under offensive line coach Bobby Johnson last year. So now Tony Sparano Jr. is going to get his opportunity to be an offensive line coach over there with the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, he's the son of former Miami Dolphins and famous offensive line head coach Tony Sparano Sr. Sparano Jr. has pretty much been coaching since 2010 for the Hartford Colonials as an assistant defensive line coach back in 2010. He's also had stints with the Miami Dolphins in 2011 as an offensive line quality control coach. He was a season intern with the New York Jets and an offensive intern, 2012 season intern, 2013 offensive intern. In 2014, he was an offensive assistant coach with the New York Jets. In 2015 and 2016, he was the tight ends coach for the Buffalo Bills. In 2017 to 2020, he was an assistant offensive line coach with the Jacksonville Jaguars. In 2021, he's an assistant offensive line coach with the Carolina Panthers. And now in 2022, he was an assistant offensive line coach with the New York Giants before taking this job with the Indianapolis Colts as the offensive line coach. Pretty much a guy that has been learning for the past 11 years or so, 12 seasons, learning how to become an offensive line coach. And now he gets his opportunity with the Indianapolis Colts. So I wish the best luck for Tony Sparano Jr. with the New York Giants to the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm curious to see who's going to take over as an assistant offensive line coach, if the Giants are even going to hire one going forward. So just want to drop that news real quickly. Now in terms of the NFL Combine. We know what the NFL Combine is. For anybody that is interested or anybody that likes the Combine, some of the news that just dropped, potential number one draft pick Bryce Young is not expected to throw at the NFL Combine when the quarterbacks get their opportunity. CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Will Levis, though, are supposed to be running for this Combine overall. Obviously, we know how important draft scouts, general managers, and everybody take the NFL Combine. Look what happened to Trayvon Walker, the defensive end / outside linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who went number one overall in the draft in 2022. He was a second round pick to a late first round pick. He performed so well at the Combine, as well as individual workouts in April, that he rose all the way up to the number one pick in the NFL draft. That's how important the draft combine can be. So whether you're a person that thinks the combine is overrated, whether you're somebody that's just like, you don't really care about the combine. You think it's just it's like a shorts and t-shirts type of thing. I mean, some people call it the underwear Olympics. The combine can go in so many ways to how draft evaluators, scouting reports, scouting experts, draft experts, everything can lead to some of these players going a lot higher or dropping in terms of the ranks overall. Now, in terms of the overall draft order, I mean, they're always going to have what players are going to go, what position's going to go, when, and etc. So, I mean, it's like, what positions are going to go what time? So, just talking about some of the positional groups that are going to be going from first, second, third, fourth, etc. We're going to be starting with the defensive linemen. And the defensive backs are going to be going on March 2nd. So the combine stuff is going to begin tomorrow, but you're not really going to start seeing the positional drills going on until late this week, early next week. That's when you're really going to start seeing things happening. So, first off, on March 2nd at 3 p.m., you're going to be getting the defensive linemen and the linebackers doing their positional drills. On March 3rd, you're going to be getting the defensive backs and the special teams players. They're going to be going. On March 4th, you're going to be getting the quarterbacks, wide receivers, and tight ends. That's going to be happening on Saturday. On March 5th, you're going to be getting the offensive linemen and the running backs. All these things, all these workouts are probably going to be streaming on NFL Network and ESPN for the combine. So, if you're very interested in the combine, which is going to be happening at LucasOilStadium in Indianapolis, where the Colts play, you're going to get a lot of combine action. Like I said, the combine can go a long way on how some of these players can end up rising and dropping when it comes to the NFL draft. It all depends on how you feel about the NFL combine. But in reality, this combine means a lot to some of these players. So, let me know what players or prospects that you guys are looking at in terms of what players you are going to be scouting heavily in the combine that's going to start tomorrow, but it's really going to get going at around March 2nd, Thursday, is when you're really going to start seeing the combine action going. Let me know what prospect or prospects you're going to be scouting to see who could potentially rise or fall in the NFL draft when we get going on April 27th to the 29th. As well as let me know in the comment section what you think about the news of Giants assistant offensive line coach Tony Sparano Jr. taking a job with the Indianapolis Colts as the offensive line coach. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your Monday. Take it easy, and as always, let's go New York Football Giants. Together blue, everyone.